Look out down below! Here comes the Poverty Palz! Oh! That was my Donkey Kong intro. Thanks, everybody. That was the podcast. Turn off the podcast. What's up, Kumo?
What's up?
Not much, bro. I'm just sitting here.
Yeah.
I'm vibing. You're vibing. I got my cough. E. Okay.
Love is wearing his Doki Doki literature shirt.
Of course.
Which brings back lovely memories.
Of course. Lovely memories. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I don't know if I was talking about this, but seriously, after we fucking played Doki Doki Literature Club on Tron Scouts is Gaming, I couldn't look at the game for a year straight. I was like, there was something that, like, I don't know, it fucked with me badly.
Yeah.
And it seems to have that effect on a lot of people, apparently, because, like, I watched the Game Grumps thing, and they talked about how they were actually, like, very affected by it.
I mean, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said this before on Poverty Palz, but
yeah,
no, that game after I saw the whole twist thing, it genuinely disturbed me.
Yeah,
I could not sleep that night.
Yeah,
I did not expect it in the fucking slightest.
Yep.
I genuinely didn't. I had no expectation it was going to go that way.
It do be like that. So that was the Doki Doki news of the day. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was the news of the world. Look, Kumble's got these fancy coffee cups. Like he's an old lady.
Yeah.
Woo! Listen to the sound of this. It go like... Thank you. Okay.
I just thought it would be nice.
Yeah. Thought it'd be nice to do nice things? Well, no.
I thought you'd appreciate it.
Think again, bitch. Try it.
God damn it.
Okay. I've come to realize this, that whenever me and Kumble are in a supermarket, I don't know why, but I hyperanalyze every single behavior of his.
What?
No, because every time you pick up something, I'm like, oh wow, you think you could just pick up milk like that? You become a fucking megalomaniacal shadow of yourself, Kumble. I just do that, and it's...
I just picked up a carton of milk.
Exactly, and you know what? You gone beyond your britches.
You say I've fucking lost it, but you know, you seem to have the fucking behavior of a fucking psycho.
We had a good thing. We had non-milk picking up, but you and your ego and your pride, you just had to...
If you want black coffee, just fucking tell me. You don't have to go on this fucking spiel.
I'm sorry. The reunion tour starts now. The reunion tour. Oh, reunion tours are a weird thing.
Yeah, I remember when the Sex Pistols did one.
Yeah.
At a point where they all still hated each other very much.
Yeah, those are the most interesting ones. The reunion tours where the band members still just hate each other, but they're doing it. And I'm trying to think of those, because there's definitely... I have to assume that has to be the case with the Guns N' Roses reunion, because there's no way Slash doesn't hate Axl Rose. Because Axl Rose, if anybody wants like to watch something fascinating about like a weird like megalomaniacal insane person in the music industry, watch the Guns N' Roses VH1 documentary, because it's fucking insane how Axl Rose is just this fucking weird power hungry creep.
Yeah. I said before, I think it sucks. I really do.
He sucks. Lollipop. See,
because he won't suck a dick because he's a homophobe.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. Listen, the song 1 in a Million is very kind. Everyone should listen to it. Oh, okay.
Maybe to himself.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. He didn't play that one on a 2017 tour, unfortunately, that I was on.
Ugh.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, well, let's get into it. Let's get right into the news.
There have been other, like, reunion things where it's actually been generally heartwarming.
Yeah.
The one I can think of, like, the prominent one is, where, I think it was, Joe's drummer was helping this, like, fireman. There was this whole thing where, like, some fucking fire brigade house needed some funds to stay open. And Joe Strummer held this, like, show to, like, you know, gather in, funds for it.
Yeah.
And suddenly, Mick Jones, like, decides to drop by and play with them. And it's, like, so fucking heartwarming because Joe Strummer and Mick Jones, after the Clash, hadn't played, after that at all.
yeah, it was a bad breakup, and now that's pretty cool. Was that like shortly before he died?
Somewhat.
Okay.
Yeah. Then again, the breakup with Joe Strummer and Mick Jones did have some like before that. There was this whole thing where after Joe Strummer had realized that Bernie Rose, the manager, had fucking screwed him over hard. He went on this fucking quest to find Mick Jones. And be like, I'm sorry, man, can we please do something together, you know?
Yeah.
And it ended up with Joe Strummer, like, going to, Spain.
Yeah, knocking on doors.
Yeah, no, going to Spain, because he knew Mick Jones was there in this town, but he didn't know where. So he got a bike and just started knocking on random fucking doors until he found him. And he did!
It do be like that. Well, speaking of funny music time, I want to talk about my weird school things as I have written on this funny little piece of paper.
Yeah?
Okay. My weird school thing. So I might have talked about this, but I have this ongoing experiment in my school, but because I fucking hate school and it's an existential void and I want to die. The reason, therefore, I've started to create some challenges that make it more fun. And you know, one of my challenges is how hardcore can I bullshit my way through the things. And my recent one, I think this is my masterpiece in bullshittery. Frankly, I feel like this is the one.
Gee whiz, I hope your teacher don't hear this.
Oh, I'll send it to them. Okay, so we've had this presentation we've had to do because we're talking about the years from 1900 to 1950, talking about those, and we're like, oh, you gotta do. Oh wait, now we're specifically talking about the 50s. Had to do a presentation about the 50s.
Okay.
And there's a few subjects you pick from. You can pick talk about Stalin's reign. You can talk about Sweden, Bingy, and or you could talk. There was one that was how did rock and roll come about? And I was like, dude. I know that shit.
Yeah.
Because I am obsessed with music history.
Yeah. Same here.
Yeah. And so basically, she kept reiterating every few days. She was like, practice this. You have to practice it and really get it timed because it has to be exactly 5 minutes. You have to time it and you have to, record yourself singing. And she was insisting that we have to practice it over and over again. And I was like, well, no. and so I literally did not lift a fucking finger until the day before we were going in to do the presentation. At that point, I went into an image program. I created a snazzy little image, a backdrop that, shows some of the figures of the rock and roll thing. I take it in the next day, and I just give the presentation completely off the cuff from my head.
Just improvised?
Yeah, and I just pointed fingers like, hey, it started here, and then rhythm and blues, and then blah, and somehow, the president, and also, of course, because I'm a fucking music nerd, I had the advantage that I could bring in a 45 RPM record, so that's an extra thing in my grade.
Oh!
And I was like, hey, this is what popularized rock and roll. Just stupid kids had money, they could buy these little things. And then when I was done the presentation, she was like, wow, it was almost exactly 5 minutes. I was like, what? And I so badly, I was so close to just telling her I didn't practice that once.
Oh.
And I feel that's my masterpiece in bullshit.
Oh man. Hey, small note, just
yeah?
We're not peaking, are we?
No, we're just barely getting there. Frankly,
okay.
I've been recording this show kind of stupid in that I'm very cautious. I've been recording it at super low gain, but that makes it so I have to turn up the audio a bunch and we get a bunch of background noise. And it's stupid, it's audio memes.
Okay.
Low gain is you should only use for super loud shit. For example, when you're recording xylophones or drums, you do that super low gain.
Okay.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm bullshitting everything in my school, and that's what's fun about it.
Man, I remember when I was in high school.
Yeah.
We had this whole thing about the 60s, and it was a group project. And we had to make this presentation, and I just could not help myself from shoehorning in, just being like, guys, can we, for the love of God, please, we need to mention surf rock.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Because I was really into that at the time. I was like, I just managed to get some stuff about Dick Dale in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That is how it be in school. Sometimes you get to something you're like, oh, I got in here. I can do something I enjoy.
Yeah.
God. Oh, fucking hell. So, yeah.
For fuck's sake, surf rock was a big part of rock history.
It was.
It's just very fucking, for some reason, very underrated.
People would surf with rocks. You would hold them. But it's a big part because, for example, one of the biggest bands of the 60s, the Beach Boys, they started doing surf rock. Most of it was shit, but it was still surf rock.
Was, like poppy surf rock.
Yeah.
Like, if you compare the Beach Boys with, like, Dick Dale, you know, it's very different.
The Beach Boys are, like, so fucking... I can only describe them as fucking... They just seem like good boys. I don't know. And that's kind of what's like... I don't know. But, it's fucked up, because their famous early song, Surfin' USA, the one big song they were famous for, was literally... almost exactly ripped off from a Chuck Berry song.
Wow.
And Chuck Berry, at that point, was pretty fucking sick of rock and roll bands taking his songs and
I can imagine.
Slightly. And, like, it was so shameless, the amount of ripping off people that were Chuck Berry.
Speaking of Chuck Berry, I remember this story that was told in the Lemmy movie about Chuck Berry.
Yeah.
How, I think Dave Grohl was talking about, because he was recording a thing with Lemmy at the time.
Yeah.
They were in the studio. And he was telling the story about Chuck Berry being like, yeah, man, I remember this thing where, he wouldn't, do the show unless he got, a fistful full of cash.
Yeah.
And Lemmy was like, well, yeah, he's been fucked over so many fucking times.
Yeah.
You know? Like, there's been so many times where somebody just pull a gun and be like, I'm not gonna pay you.
Yeah.
In the 50s.
Yep. Oh, my God. Let me tell you, Kumbel, if there's one thing that bothers me more than racism, it's Disney simping. Disney simping, ladies and gentlemen, the practice of funny boys on the internet being like, oh, Avengers, oh, I'm gonna come, and they
I feel like the best, seriously, the greatest fucking parody of these Disney simps is, have you seen Red Letter Media's Nerd Crew podcast?
I have not actually, no.
You should, it is so fucking funny.
Is that the one with the meme of, consume?
Yes,
only consume.
Consume product and be excited for next product.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
That has to be the best, just jab at these Disney Sims there ever to be.
Yeah, because Kumbel informed me of this horrid fucking article that I
haven't read, I just saw the fucking title and it pissed me off.
Yeah, it was a plea for Disney to please buy up Studio Ghibli. I was like, dude... Do you really it's just gross. It's like if I wrote an article that was like, please piss on me, daddy, people would be like, why did you publish it? And I was like,
that is what it feels like.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, but oh god, Disney needs to go down.
It was a whole thing where they bought Blue Sky just to shut it down.
Yeah, exactly. That's fucking...
That's so fucked.
It sure is. Isn't that what EA did with game studios?
I don't know, but it seems like that might be true.
Perhaps. Yeah, I mean, Disney has been doing so much bad shit and oh god, I'm trying to remember. They fucked up copyright rules so badly because Mickey Mouse is starting to go into public domain. They're like, no, we can't have other Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
So they went to the court and was like, they did that. Because the public domain is cool as fuck, and I only learned about that recently because I'm like, wait a second. So there are movies that are just... They're just not copyrighted. It's almost like alien to me. That I could literally put up the entirety of Night of the Living Dead or Nosferatu on the fucking YouTube, and it was just there. That's fucking insane to me.
Yeah, seriously.
That's why I think in the future I'm planning for one of my cartoons. I'm just gonna have one of those old movies playing on a TV screen weirdly in the background.
You could, so.
Yeah, I could put Nosferatu on there.
Yeah.
I want to watch that fucking movie.
Oh,
it's creepy as hell. Oh. Okay, but Disney band. Thank you. That was the presentation.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And actually, this next subject leads into that. I put it next to it for a reason.
Yeah, we have a topic list, by the way.
Yeah, we have a topic list.
In case we didn't make it clear.
Thank you. Hope that was very loud. Okay.
It looks like it.
Okay. We're gonna talk about Marge's voice from The Simpsons, which everyone has talked about, but there's...
But I just need to preface that it's so fucking hurt. It hurts to hear it.
Yeah, because, like, they're just... What's happening with The Simpsons, you know? They got 80 million seasons, and fucking Marge's voice is starting to sound like she's dying. She's like... like,
it sounds painful. It legit sounds painful.
Yeah, she's starting to sound like the fucking grandma Simpson. Marge's mom, I mean.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and it just, like... the fact that the Simpsons crew are like, they're letting this fucking poor old woman be like embarrassed on national television for several years straight. It's like, guys, please just fucking cancel. Oh my god.
Well, of course, as we established in the episode with Tom, Disney don't care much for elderly people.
Yep, they sure don't.
They like to abuse them quite a bit.
I mean, and so do I, but like I have class when I do it. I do it nice. Oh god. Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. Debner.
So, love
Yeah?
Donkey Kong show.
Oh! Hey yo! Look at down below! Here we come, Banana Slammer! Great show. So, talked about last week how I've been watching some Godzilla movies in my group chat.
Yeah, on Discord.
Yeah. And it makes me sad because every time we start doing it, I just see Kumble's icon and I'm like, he can't join in.
Every time I will have you know, every time I see you start talking about that, I'm sitting there being like, oh, so lonely.
Maybe you can. Who knows? Maybe the computer just needs to do something optimized.
I don't know.
I guess, whatever. But it's, yeah. So, yeah. Last time we watched some Godzilla movies. This time we watched the Donkey Kong Country TV show. And we watched the first 3 episodes. Oh my god. It's so fucking bad. I mean, you'd expect that. I don't know. It's just something about it is draining me. Okay, so Donkey Kong wants to
But it looks so beautiful.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. That's the... Okay, listen, I get it. It's eye candy. It's perfect animation, but Still, besides the eye candy... Okay, there's so many weird things about it. Like, one, Donkey Kong wants to fuck his cousin. Wants to fuck Candy Kong. Or, like, is she a sister? I don't know. She has the same last name, and she looks, like, similar. She's like, hey, what's up, DK? And he's like, hello, Candy Kong. It's like, it's creepy, dude. And then Cranky. Yeah, Cranky. So, that was the show.
Yeah.
It's a bad show. And there's a fucking Kremlins, and I'm like, dude, when did Russia get involved? Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
What's that? What part of Russian, like, history was there a thing called the Kremlin?
The Kremlin was the KGB house, I think.
Ah, okay, yeah. That's fantastic that they named the TK the Kremlin. It's beautiful. Oh my god. Oh yeah, and they mispronounced King K. Rool's name in the show.
Really?
They call him, what was it? Hey, what are you doing, Karul? It's like,
Karul?
Yeah, I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Are you fucking... That was the show, everybody. Okay. Listen, speaking of watching shit, I'm gonna say something that'll make your ears twiddle, that'll make your fucking foreskin shrivel up like the curtains in that Donald Duck cartoon with they're moving in the RV.
What?
He zip up the curtains and goes.
Oh, you mean the one with the
Where they die?
Yeah.
It'll make your foreskin do that, nonetheless. But I've watched a few episodes of Sailor Moon, the classic, the original magical girl show.
Yeah.
Though probably not, because I've come to assume that now, like, whenever something's the first, it's never the first.
That is true.
Yeah. And it's usually just, like, the one that got popular. But, okay,
yeah.
So... Sailor Moon, one of the first, that was a thing. I think Sailor Moon was actually, like, my sexual awakening when I was a kid, and I'm not joking. I feel like when I saw that transformation scene when I was like 5, I was like, oh, there's something about that.
A lot of people have said that.
Yeah, and it's true. Like, I saw it on fucking Swedish TV when I was 5, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
for me, it was Madonna.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Sailor Moon, funny show. I can only find it in very bad quality. And I watched the first 2 episodes, and it was okay, it's pretty cute, and I've come to realize that, like, unfortunately, it's one of those things where because it started like what's it called? It popularized so many tropes. It feels very generic in a way. It feels like
Yeah.
It feels like a what's it called?
I mean, they started the whole thing with like running to school with toast in your mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It feels kind of like an inferior prototype of Cardcaptor Sakura, which is yeah. And serious thing, when you have one magical girl Monster of the Week show in your life, you don't need one more. You just don't need two of them because like they're pretty fucking similar. And yeah, so I don't know. But I want to find a better quality copy because, unironically, this isn't me exaggerating like I often do. The audio literally sounds like it's from a movie from the 30s. Like, I listened to fucking the audio from, like, Frankenstein, Dracula, and it sounds like that.
You know, we were talking earlier, like, about, like, if I like, we want to start getting into another anime to watch. You know, love.
Yeah?
I would not be against having us check out Cardcaptor Sakura.
Yeah, sure. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's an amazing quality.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It might be good, honestly.
It is good, Kumal.
Probably.
Don't you fucking
Love,
I'm pouring scalding coffee.
I have no reason to doubt you, honestly, at this point.
Okay, false. Oh my god.
Although we did check out one anime that you apparently liked at some point that I thought was kind of shit.
Ooh.
It was the thing where like a guy turned into a slime.
Oh yeah, when we watched we didn't even watch a full episode.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, and that was one of those things where I liked watching it, and honestly, it's been ruined because like, oh my god. I need to rant about the fucking current anime landscape. If you go on fucking Crunchyroll, if you look at the funny new anime, all of it, every single fucking one is a goddamn isekai with like, okay, here, let me sum it up. Here we go. I'm gonna do it play by play.
Love, what is an isekai for people who don't speak
An isekai is Family Guy. No, so isekai is a fucking anime where somebody, like, usually, you know, some high school guy or some high schooler are like, oh, I died, and then they become something else in another world. And usually it's some medieval shit with funny video game element that I'm supposed to applaud over and go like, oh my god, it's video game in real life.
Wow.
Okay, so here's a play-by-play. This is exactly how it goes. Okay, so they're like, hey, like, I'll do the guy equivalent. Okay, so it's like, hey, so I've been playing a lot of computer games and jerking off, and haha, I'm a funny bird guy.
I'm a loser.
I'm walking along this lonely road, the only one that I've never ever known. And then some guy comes over, start fucking blasting with a machine gun. He fucking the holes everywhere through him. He dies
Or
immediately.
they get like hit by a car.
Yeah, it's usually it because they want something that's quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's some fucking guy comes.
And the slimy got fucking stabbed.
Yeah, fucking stabbed. And, and so he dies, and he wakes up, it's like, oh, what's going on? And, like, you know, a bunch of stats come out, like, and you, like,
yeah,
and they're like, level 1, you have started a thing. And then he fucking meets, like, some fucking cute girl, and he's like, whoa, dude, whoa! He does, like, Baby Goku-san, he goes, ah!
Is everything a slime one? He met a dragon.
Yeah, exactly. So that, yeah, there's a few variants of that.
The thing about the slime thing that I was just annoyed with, it was just how fucking nerdy it was.
So many game shit. It was
so
like,
many stats bullshit.
I have my abilities. I got the game things. I can blast processing into his fucking face.
It was fucking boring.
Yeah, and then fucking see. Here's the thing. The slime thing. I will say. At the time it was aired, it wasn't as oversaturated, and I do like the thing I like about the slime one is that what's it called? As it goes, he fucking like, I don't know, he's a very relatable character in that he's like, you know, he's a fun-loving guy, but he's a bit of a pervert, but not. Let me reiterate, not to the point where most anime characters are, where they're just like, haha, I'm gonna grope this girl. He's not that.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like that he's a tempered human being and not a fucking sex pest like every fucking anime.
Like borderline fucking molester.
Yeah, like all the fucking, like, for example, in fucking like, I don't know, in most of these isekai, the guys are usually like, oh, I'm gonna fucking rape this girl. No, but, you know.
Very objectifying.
Yeah, but. And, bad shows. Honestly, the worst one I've ever seen was one I watched, like, a month ago or so. And this is one where I shut off the show mid-first episode. And that's usually the case with these. It was called, Help, I'm a Spider or something. And it's about an anime girl who turns into a spider. And I was like, okay, well, and I didn't know it was going to be one of those medieval isekai things. And within the first few minutes, she gets bit by a spider. She turns into a spider. They start having game stats everywhere. Then she turns into shitty 3D. I was just like, this show wants to give me a fucking heart attack. I'm gonna kill myself. This is literally the worst thing I've ever seen.
Well, here's the fucking thing we can talk about.
Yeah.
I think both me and Love have this opinion, like, basically being that we are not, like, fantasy shit doesn't tickle us.
Yeah, it takes a lot for me to entertain a funny fantasy thing.
Yeah, it doesn't get me. It does not get me as much as some other people.
It has to be a specific vibe.
Yeah, it has to, yeah, no. It's just like a lot of it seems like the same to me.
Yeah, and it's because they have like the pre-established lore they have to follow.
Yeah,
like, Goblin have a funny.
Yeah, pre-established, like, it's gotta have Goblin, Orc, Elves, and all that stuff, and it's just like, seen this before.
Stupid. See,
it just doesn't. It does nothing for me. It's just the main thing.
See, because the thing is with for example sci-fi, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, and that's why I always prefer the Fallout series to the Elder Scrolls series. Because fucking people shit on Fallout 3 because they want to be like funny hipster, but I always prefer that one to like the Elder Scrolls games.
Yeah, same. Well, for me also because I'm just like I really like post-apocalyptic shit.
It's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool bean.
But I come to realize that I like a very specific kind of post-apocalyptic thing.
Yeah.
Wherein it's not full-on Mad Max, we've gone to tribal thing. It's more so just like post-apocalyptic, but in the process of like rebuilding society.
Yeah,
and that's kind of like how Fallout is.
Yeah, because Fallout wouldn't.
And that's kind of how my comic is.
Yeah. Fallout wouldn't be fun if it was just like a barren wasteland where you have to kill people and like you have to survive.
Where everyone is a fiend or a raider.
Yeah, the thing I like about Fallout is there are comfy locations. You can see a town and you're like, wow,
yes,
this isn't so bad. And then you can kill everyone.
Yes.
With an atom bomb. Jesus Christ.
You're dripping coffee on yourself all over.
What? Hey, that wasn't fucking me. Oh my god.
Yeah.
There's coffee all over.
I did accidentally fill your one to the brim a little bit.
What a fucking cry. So, yeah, that was the coffee talk. We just talk about coffee. Okay. Jiminy Christmas.
Yay.
Oh yeah, we got sidetracked with Sailor Moon. You know, I actually have a challenge for people in the comments. Please, like, okay, honest challenge. If anyone who's watching this watches modern anime and then, like, follows the series that comes out, please post in the comments a single current anime that has like been running within this year that's pretty damn good. There, that's the challenge. Thank you. And if you can do that, I will suck your dick.
Oh, here's a thing we can talk about.
Yeah.
I might have a how you say controversial opinion on an anime.
Oh no.
Oh
no, which
I just could not get into Kill la Kill.
Yeah, yeah.
And essentially the reason is because I don't like the pacing of the show.
Yeah.
It's too fucking hyper for me.
It makes me so sad because okay, Kill la Kill makes me sad because like it's
because you know, and I think we can agree that the whole thing about it is very interesting.
It's really
creative,
cool, as a cool world, as great animation. I
love the pacing. It's
way too fucking hyper. It's like I can't be dealing with like it's actually the only case where I've been watching an anime and I couldn't follow along with the subtitles.
Yeah,
it was just too fast, too much. Like there was one scene in particular, I think it's a few episodes in, where like they mention like several things, like, you know, technobabble things by their full names, and like so it's like, oh, the positron, blah blah blah, and then like after that they immediately start talking about something else, and they're just like flashing on screen. Beautiful, but it saddens me because it's such a well-made show. I love the designs. It's actually like it's a very clever way to do your funny fan service, but also
the characters are actually pretty fucking fun.
Yeah, exactly. I like Mako and Ryoko's thing, whatever the names, and it makes me sad because I wish I could enjoy it.
But that fucking pacing.
I love Studio Trigger.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god! But it sort of it feels like Pro Mare was them trying to do a more polished version of that and make it less I don't know, less hyper. It reminds me of a fucking if a Corey Spaz Kid cartoon was 20 minutes long, and it's like, bro, I can't deal with this. So yeah. Sorry, everybody. You're gonna have to put away your Poverty Pals Kill a Kill merch.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay, well.
So talk about your dead fucking bird love.
Okay, so outside, I live in a house.
You live in an apartment?
That's the full sentence. Okay, so I live in my apartment. It has many windows. They're large. Yeah. And I looked out my window about a week ago or a few days ago. I just see there's just a dead bird on the lawn down there. And it's a pretty big dead bird. And I've just been looking at it every day. You know, I walk past the window, I'm like, huh, it's still there. And
he's been staring at it non-stop for 3 hours straight every day.
Listen, Kumbal,
watching it rot.
Don't you tell me I'm fucking abnormal for sitting with my chair and staring at it for 3 hours straight, seeing if the worms come. But I've just been waiting. I want to see if is somebody gonna come remove it, or is it gonna rot? I don't know. And also, there's a million fucking seagulls around my property, which is one of the reasons I wanted to move.
Oh, yeah.
I hate seagulls.
We know.
Really? I don't think I've ever talked about it. Honestly, here's the thing. If somebody went on a killing spree and killed 1 million seagulls, I would fucking... They should be given a Nobel Prize. I mean, Jesus Christ. Okay. I want to talk about a story that darted out of my subconscious about 33 minutes ago. And it's a story about a friend I had when I was 7 years old, and I was a real young boy. Imagining back that far, it's become weird over the years, because I'm like, wow, that was so fucking long ago.
Yeah.
Literally 2005. I mean, Jesus Christ, this was a whole other world we lived in.
Yeah.
But I had this friend when I was 7, and he was. I can only describe it as this creepy, insane, psychopath. He was an insane person. And what I remember of him is I used to hang out with him because he I think we liked some of the same things. I think he had we played a game or so. But he would do things here's an example of one of the things he did. We would just be in the schoolyard, and he would point over at one of the teachers, and he would just go over and kick him. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Kick him. He had this creepy demeanor about him where he was kind of crazy. I don't know, but
Jeez.
And I think I stopped hanging out with him very quickly after, because I felt like he was kind of corrupting me, even though I didn't do really any bad shit. He just started to feel like he was kind of a fucking crazy person. And so that's one of 2 insane friends I've had. So
it's funny how friendships, when you're very little, how little you have in common with a lot of them.
Yeah.
You know, it usually boils down to just one fucking thing.
There's little babas.
Yeah, no.
It's fucked up. I remember actually in 2005, I was at a friend's place, and this is do you ever have a memory where you're like, you know what? It's cool that I saw that when it happened. Do you ever have that kind of feeling where you're like,
what do you mean?
For example, in 2005, I was at a friend's place, and he showed me Salad Fingers, the first one, and it had just come out, and he showed me several David Firth cartoons. One of them was, I think, Spoilsbury Toast Boy, which everybody watched Spoilsbury Toast Boy, because it is sincerely, that fucked with me. It really just actually fucked with me, because, there's something so... I can't even describe... Have you seen Spoilsbury Toast?
No.
I should show you that after this, because It's this.
The reason I haven't seen it because what you just said, it fucked with you.
Yeah, it's like David Firth surely had to have been inspired by David Lynch. Like, there's no way he wasn't, because there's some uncomfortable atmosphere in his fucking cartoons that I can't describe. But they're so well made. Like, for the recent Salad Fingers are like these beautifully well put together like art films. Like he does so much. I don't know. He's not like other internet creators.
Yeah, no, he is one of those people where I would call him just an artist.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
It's true.
A creative.
Yeah. But, yeah. Funny memes.
Yeah. But yeah, as you were saying, like, things that I remember, like, becoming a thing. Like, wow.
Yeah.
I suppose, man, I don't know. I guess, if anything, just, like, growing up around Flash games.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And, like, the scary thing is that a few years ago, I used to be able to trust that I could talk to people, like, you know, in any sort of, like, setting online, and I could be like, hey, Flash games, man, you remember those? Or, like, I could be like, hey, Angry Video Game, or remember that? I could trust that they would know what I was talking about. I can't anymore. I talk to people, and I mention these things, and I'm like, what? No, I didn't heard of that. It's like, no. Oh! It's terrifying. I'm growing old.
Same, dude.
Hey, 19.
It is fucking bizarre to me, like, how the early internet shit is, like, becoming more and more irrelevant now.
It's so
like, less and less people know about it.
It's so old. I mean.
Yeah, no, it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like fucking old machinima, fucking old Rooster Teeth stuff, for example.
Yeah.
Just Newgrounds.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Like, goddamn. Like, I remember how, like, the first time I think I heard about, like, Oni and G was my cousin, like, introduced me to, like, Leo and Satan.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember it fucking, due to some fucking jump scares in it, it scared the shit out of me.
I remember that, yeah, it was during a time when, like, I didn't get like, why they did that, and now I'm just like, oh, because it's fucking funny.
Yeah.
But there were some things that were just very mysterious like that. Like, for example, Max Gilardi, Hot Teddy Demons cartoons, early on, they were really, like, I didn't know what they were, and I didn't know I had seen them before.
Dude, there's this one called the Northern Incident that fucking scared the piss out of me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking stupid. Yeah, exactly. Because it's fucking... It's furries. Yeah. That's the joke. It's furries, like, killing people in the woods.
Yeah. And
it's generally scared me.
Yeah, because the whole joke is, like, it's this really, like, you know, well built up, like, drama about
like
a guy
horror thriller,
like, you know, dog. It just turns out it's furries at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what was that? Yeah, the first Oni and G thing I saw was The Sixons. I believe in 2008. It was so goddamn long ago. But yeah, I saw The Sixons and it made me laugh. Yeah. And I found it fun. But yeah,
and of course, you know, I also grew up with... I was very into Madness.
Oh yeah,
I think I said before, I fucking loved Madness.
I found...
in, like, 3rd grade, I had several, like, sketchbooks that I would just doodle, like, Madness and Stick Figure Wars.
Yeah. You know? I looked through some of my old sketchbooks and I found that I had drawn Madness characters in ones from, like, a million years ago. It makes me sad that, like, most of my early sketchbooks are, like, there's a bunch of, like, Swedish shit all over it, because, like, I would love to do a video on this channel where we bring in our old art, because... Yeah, I don't know...
I mean, we could still do that, I think.
Yeah. There's... I saw one drawing where I drew the Bat credit card thing.
Oh my god.
Bro!
I
maintain.
I remember when you introduced me to Nostalgia Critic.
And he was funny. He was funny.
I guess.
You know I'm right.
I mean, at the time, because I was, you know, the right age for it.
Yeah. I'm looking back at those early Nostalgia Critic videos, I'm like, holy shit, they were so low quality.
They really were.
Because when you watch, like, when you go watch old Angry Video Game Nerd, he filmed with actual professional cameras, so, like, shit, it's still good quality, like, Nostalgia. Like, you watch it, it's over here, it's like, hey, Nostalgia Critic, I'll be dressing you up. And it's like, fucking, it's amazing. Well, that was the funny talk. I actually have no idea what this last note means.
No.
What is that? What did I?
I don't know, but you have a thing about doing the dishes.
Oh, doing the dishes sucks.
I know.
Stupid.
Because both me and Love don't have fucking like dishwashers.
What are we made of rubles? I can't buy a fucking dishwasher.
Mine's broken.
Fuck.
And it's been like that for years.
It's fucked up, and like doing the dishes sucks because like you, for example, here's what happens usually. This is what happens. So you do all the dishes like you're really careful, and then you for example you make a dish like, let's say you make like pasta and meatballs, or like some meat thing, and you have like both of those. You had those two things.
Yeah.
But then you have the plate. You have those, and then you've already started a mini mountain by doing that, and then you're just like, okay. And at some point you're just like, fuck it, and you just start adding shit onto it, and you're just like, oh.
Sometimes I just eat out of the fucking pot.
Yeah, same here, because I'm starting to just... At some point I will just buy some fucking paper plates for a while.
Like, here's the thing. Okay, Love, here's the real thing.
Yeah.
Like, what you're supposed to do. And...
Just do the dishes every time you eat.
Yeah, no, like, do it like a little bit every day.
Yeah.
But, both me and Love... we're fucking artists.
Yeah, I don't have fucking time to do
I cannot. My focus.
And especially when
I can't control my focus.
And especially when I can't do it, it's when I eat on a Friday, I fucking throw the things in the sink, then I start drinking, and I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking go at 2 a.m. to the dishes and be like, I will do the dishes. I'm gonna do it. Fuck you.
One time I was doing the dishes and I was hungover, and I threw up in the sink.
That's great. Fantastic. Oh my god. Fucking hell. Sometimes I get like mini hangover in the sense that like sometimes I wake up and I feel I don't know, I feel dizzy. I don't know what to say. But yeah. So that was the rubles talk. Fucking hell, man. Well,
the time has come.
The time has come to talk about cum.
It's time to talk about
the music.
Yes, we're gonna talk about NoFX Backstage Passport Season 2.
Oh yeah, that first.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about we've been watching the thing.
As we said last time, we've been watching the first season of Backstage Passport.
Yeah.
And I watched the second one.
Funny stuff.
Yes.
Guys.
The first season, it's more so like going all around the world. In the second one, it's more so like going to the shows, trying to do the shows that they couldn't do in the first season due to problems.
Yeah, because
and a lot of them being in South America.
Yeah, exactly. Because the government fucked them over at every turn. They were like, you have to have the permits. Like we had the permits. Like, well, you're not. And like they had to cancel like what is it, free concerts?
Yeah. And
these poor kids.
Oh yeah, there was this whole. I think it was either Colombia or Peru. Where they just kept they're getting the shows cancelled, and they'd show all these like kids who already live in a shitty fucking country, like, and having fucking denied that no, you're not gonna get to see a rock show. There were some people who were like, I quit my job so I can be here today. Yeah,
exactly, and they're just standing there, and it's like, well,
and then And then, of course, the manager and people, they have to make sure that these kids don't start a fucking riot.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, hey, we'll be back later. But
they make up for it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's honestly ends in such a heartwarming fucking way.
Yeah, it's a very feel-good.
Yeah, where they finally get to do these shows, that they couldn't do.
Exactly.
I think my favorite part of Season 2 of NoFX Backstage Passport is just this one fucking thing where Fat Mike decided like early in the morning to like get one of the cameramen and walk around the streets.
Yeah.
But then as he was like making the call, someone on a bike just apparently rode by and snatched the phone out of his hand.
He snatched his fucking iPhone. He got like 2009. That shit's expensive.
Yeah, and that thing had like a phone wallet.
Yeah.
It had all this money in it.
Yeah.
And shit. So it's just him and a cameraman walking around the streets just being like, well, I don't know.
And he's trying to get people to listen to his story.
Yeah, exactly, and nobody cares.
His phone was still... And there's nothing productive that's being done. He's just like, I want to tell people about how much...
Yeah. At some point he buys a new jacket. At some point he buys some butt plugs.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Fat Mike is a kinky man.
Yeah, exactly.
And at some point, in some hotel bar, he finds these like 60 to 70-year-old women on vacation and starts fucking talking with them. And eventually, he's like, before he's about to leave, he's like, you know, I'm divorced. If anyone wants to, like, come with me to my hotel room and have sex, you know, just...
Yeah, let's go. That's fantastic. Honestly, my favorite moment of entire season 2, it's a really stupid moment. Well, also, okay, I could say one of my...
Is it the tsunami thing?
Yeah, well, yeah, I loved it. There was, like, a thing where there was a horrible, like, I think it was an 8.8 earthquake in Chile.
Yeah.
And they were, like, apparently in the tsunami zone.
Yes, and it was the middle of the night in a hotel room, and Fat Mike was high on drugs, and you know, the guitarist El Jefe was also with him.
Yeah,
and they just go around in the hotel room, knocking on doors, telling people like, "This was an earthquake and a tsunami."
Yeah,
and everyone is just like, "Go to bed."
I just loved it. Like, they're treating him as if it's stupid that he's like informing them. It's like, well, I don't give a fuck if there's tsunami.
But the best part of it is just they just keep making jokes about it.
Yeah,
like it's so fucking funny.
Yeah, exactly. And he goes to the beach with like a bottle of wine in his hand. He's just drinking from it and watching like, "There's coming a tsunami." But my favorite moment of Backstage Pass season 2, it's a really stupid like moment that shouldn't be funny to anyone. And it's literally just a moment where Fat Mike is sitting in a fucking dressing room and he's telling this story to the cameraman. It's like, "Oh, cameraman, both focus on me, split screen." And, and it's like, it's this split screen of two cameramen filming from the same angle. And it's the most redundant shit. I don't know why it's so funny to me.
I feel like they like just it kind of made fun of the whole concept of the show a lot more this season. Like there's this fucking thing where they keep making fun of how like in the first season every time something bad would happen there would be this sound effect that just goes bring.
Yeah.
And they kept making fun of that later.
Yeah, and it would play the sound of
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Like El Jefe being like like saying something like, "Oh, they canceled the show. Bring."
Exactly. Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah. Well, and no effects. They are most certainly they aren't known for goofing on the format they're playing within. That certainly isn't a thing.
So this leads us to music time, and once again we did the album trade thing.
We did. I'll talk about.
And I thought it would be appropriate to give Love a NoFX album.
Yes, I have listened to this album. It's called
it's called
White Trash ... and that's all it's called. It's not calling it something else.
That's what it's called on Spotify, but the actual title is I can't get in trouble for this because I'm just reciting the title. It's called White Trash, 2 Heaps and a Bean.
Yep, that's what it's called. And then then it started to But this is an album by NoFX. Is this the first album they released?
No.
Okay.
But it's one of the most popular ones.
Okay, yeah. But this album, let me tell you about this album. It's sort of like, it's 90s punk, but it's not pop punk. It is sort of the ska thing, but it's not quite that. It's their own thing. It's very much their own thing.
Yeah, if anything...
Yeah.
What I would say with NoFX is like, I feel like they take some inspiration from like the metal stuff.
Yeah.
Just like with the guitars and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, with the fast pace.
I really like Fat Mike's vocals. I'm gonna say this right now. And I have actually assembled a list of songs I wanted to talk about from this because I put them all here so I can talk about them individually. Okay, so
the first one is She's Gone.
Oh yeah. No, these are just things I added to my playlist as I listened. Okay, yeah, but okay, so let's talk about Bob. Bob's good.
Bob is one of my absolute favorite fucking songs.
Yeah.
You know what's... And you know what's also awesome about that song?
Huh.
Tim Armstrong from Tim Time Bomb and Friends did a cover of that.
Ah.
A ska, like more ska reggae cover of it.
Yeah.
And it's really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that song is fucking great.
Yeah, that song, it's vibing. It's got a bit of them horns, because that's what NoFX has.
Yeah.
It's got some of that. And
it's basically about a guy recovering from, you know, being a horrible alcoholic, and like, the first lines is, he spent 15 years getting loaded, 15 years till his liver exploded.
Yeah, exactly. And
now what is Bob gonna do now that he can't drink? It's such a good song.
Yeah. And then there's a song that it's called "Please Play the Song on the Radio."
Yes.
And I really like that song because of it breaks down the idea of songwriting very well, in that, like, I don't know, it's a very self-aware song. They talk about like how these songs are structured, what gets good on the radio. They talk about the ahs.
He's got a couple of oohs and ahs.
Yeah, and then they sing all their lyrics in time, and they always end their verse with a
Rhyme.
That hurt me. I was like, oh. So it's it's very nice. And
I just love the whole thing, the twist at the end.
Yeah.
Being like, right about this time, some jackass with a marker was drawing a big fat fucking line over the title on the back sleeve. What an asshole!
Yeah, exactly.
Just be like, Mr. GD, I hope you made your segue, or else the FCC is gonna take a shit right on your head.
Yep.
You can't play the song on the radio.
Yeah. And there's a song that's pretty different from the others.
Yeah.
It's called Straight Edge, which is...
Oh, yes! Which is a cover of a Minor Threat song.
Yes, with the vocal styling being done in the style of Louis Armstrong for some reason. And it's
How much did that surprise you, by the way?
It surprised me quite a lot. I was like, what the fuck? And I really like it that they did like the kind of... I don't know. They adopted the different style to make it... be a little funnier, and it's a very strange song to do that style with.
Yeah,
but yeah.
And if you know about NoFX, they were not a straight edge band. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Oh, you can see that in the damn documentaries.
Well, yeah, in Backstage Passports.
Yeah.
But Fat Mike is sober now, so
yeah.
And
then there's She's Gone, which I really like because
that is probably the darkest song on that album.
I like that it feels very grim and dark. You can feel like the heaviness of that song, and it's a nice. The thing I like about this album, let me tell you, I think it's very, very well structured.
Yeah,
it has a lot of variety. It keeps your bingus on the prize.
It keeps you interested.
Yeah, exactly. And it's very I really like that album.
I really like this one song called Lisa and Louise.
Oh yeah, that song.
About a lesbian couple having sex.
Oh damn. Oh my goodness.
I love the line, I always remember the first time you kissed me. Now I want you to fist me.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. But and also another thing I like about the album is that it's 32 minutes long.
Yeah.
I like albums that know how to fucking what's it called? Exercise self-control.
Yeah.
Speaking of self-control,
oh my lord,
this brings us to the album I Forced Upon Kumbo.
Okay, so the album I got from Love was
Shiny Beast Bat Chain Puller by
Captain Beefheart.
Before we start talking about the album, I'll just give a tiny bit of backstory for what this album is. So, Captain Beefheart, funny man, insane man. He did Trump Mask Replica.
He has schizophrenia.
Yes, he is diagnosed schizophrenic. And in the mid-70s, he was sort of like falling down. Like, his career was falling down because he was caught up by some record executives. And then he made 2 albums of very normal music. And everyone was like, dude, that's fucked up. And so he had a falling down, but then he got back up in the mid-70s and was like, no, I'm gonna start making the music I want to make. And that's when he came back with Shiny Beast Bat Chain Puller, which is, I'd say it's in the second tier of insanity for Captain Beefheart, and most of the songs have structure.
Yeah, I will say, it never felt like it went too crazy. It was just on the right level of loony.
Yeah, I mean, We can talk about some of the songs like Floppy Boot Stomp.
Yeah.
That's the opening song on the album, and it seems to tell some sort of story of a farmer.
It's okay. I will say this, love.
Yeah.
With a lot of the songs, I couldn't tell whatever the fuck he was talking about in his lyrics because a lot of it is fucking nonsense.
You never can. Like, his lyrics are truly indecipherable.
Tropical hot dog night. Two flamingos having a food fight.
There's the one line I love in that song, and it's actually, like, sometimes he has a line where I'm like, that's kind of true, though, where he goes, the true fast no patterns.
Oh yeah, there are moments where it, like some sanity, shines.
Yeah, no, and there were songs in the album that were done like they come off as normal songs, like Harry Irene. That's a pretty
That's
normal
my favorite song on the album.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it
has this lovely point where I feel like it almost like a character break.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, what does this mean?
Yeah, exactly.
What does this mean? Poor Harry, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And we of course have Love Lies towards the end of the album, which I have an affinity for.
That was the one I was a little I wasn't super into, honestly.
I mean, yeah, it's one of the less off the wall ones. But
Yeah.
let's talk about the off the wall ones. For example, what would be a good one to talk about?
There was an instrumental one.
Oh yeah, there's two I think Ice Rose and what's the final one? Suction Print. Suction Print, I think, is just like.
No, the final one is Apema.
Oh yeah, Apesma.
Apesma.
Apesma. You've grown too big for your cage, Apesma. They know they named you back in those days, Apesma.
You're eating too much, Apesma. You're going to the bathroom too much.
I swear I can recite that whole thing. But it reminded me of the Zack cartoon where he holds the tiny miniature clone of himself.
Yes! You know I had to hit you, right?
Yeah, exactly. But it's kind of a whirlwind. It's honestly hard to like.
Yeah.
I really like the title song "Bat Chain Polar."
That song is also like my favorite on that album.
Yeah, it's like apparently the rhythm of that song was based on his windshield on his car, and it's like
it's a good rhythm.
Yeah, it sounds like it reminds me of the Earthbound soundtrack for some reason. I honestly have a hard time describing these songs in the sense they're just so fucking esoteric
and nuts, just nuts.
One of the things that marks the album, and it's very prominent on it, is that there's a lot of horns. There's a good bit of slide guitar, which I liked. Yeah, that's definitely a Beefheart staple. That's his favorite. And there's a lot of xylophones and marimbas and shit.
Yeah,
and it definitely feels like
it definitely feels like the kind of album you would love.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know how, like, he made some of those, like, really well put together sections. Like, Suction Print has, like, some really well orchestrated things on it. And I'm like, who helped him do this? Because Captain Beefheart is well, no, I don't want to say that. I'm not going to say.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say he's musically illiterate, but I guess.
I wouldn't say that's true, really.
I mean, like, well, okay, the only reason I say that is because when he was making Trout Mask Replica, they talked about how he literally, he composed all the songs on a piano, and he didn't know how to play the piano. I don't know, whatever. But he has a very unique way of doing things, and...
That's for sure. But I liked it. Yeah, I did like it.
Yeah. And that's in the second tier of wackiness. Listen, all I can say about the album is just listen to it
and see if you like it.
Yeah. Oh,
I liked it.
Yeah. I like the song "When I See Mummy." I
see Mummy, I feel like a mummy.
Yeah. I like one thing I like about his later albums in his career is that he often has some backup singers that like repeat the weird shit he sings, like "When I feel Mommy, I feel like Mommy," and like he has the people in the background. I honestly can't even okay, well, usually I can like sum it up in something, but I honestly can't.
No, this is too crazy. Yeah, honestly.
But yeah, if anybody in the audience wants to hear the best Captain Beefheart album, listen to "Lick My Decals Off," baby. Thank you, everybody. That's been the...
Wait, isn't that one you mentioned before at some point being like a fucking wild ride of sanity?
Yeah, that one's basically... it was made right after Crown Mask Replica, and it's kind of similar, but it has its own strange dark mood to it. It's yeah. Beautiful. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Poverty Pals Podcast.
Thank you for listening to the Bro Podcast, the Brony Podcast. This has been Equestria Radio with another interview. Good night. Okay, that's turn off cool.
Do you want to talk about?
Okay.
Do you want to talk about the new upcoming generation of My Little Pony?
Oh yeah,
have you seen the designs?
There's gonna be a new generation of My Little Pony, and let me tell you, Christian is not having it. Christian is going to stop it. But hold on, MOP G5, yeah, G5. Let's see this. Okay, so I'll look at these designs.
I think the main problem I have with it is just they look very generic.
Yeah.
Compared to like the G4.
Wait, is this them?
Yes.
What the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, it's 3D animated.
What the fuck?
It's the first time you've seen any of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's going to be like 3D animated.
This is bullshit. This is fucking.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was the podcast. My little brony, the truth has no patterns. Two flamingos in a fruit fight! I like the part in Suction Prince with the funny saxophone solo or clarinet solo.
Oh, yeah. I like this one part where it was like the screeching harmonica. That was in one of the songs.
I'm trying to remember the song.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah, that was probably when I see Mommy, I feel like a mommy.
Yeah, maybe. Bye.
Bye.